So what is the high cycle process? In this video, I'm going to share with you the 4-step, simple yet highly powerful framework that we use for high cycle to help you let go of all the past subconscious anchors, help you let go of all the past conditioning that you've gone through, and get you to a point of living the most amazing life full of high self-worth, better, amazing confidence, and much more deeper, intimate relationships, and a lot of more stuff. So breaking it down into these 4 steps, step number 1 is going to be about awareness. So in the first step where we get you aware, we're going to get a proper audit done of your entire life, of what's been going on with you till now. We're going to get a life history of yours from the time when you were born to the point where you are right now. At the same time, we're going to try and understand what are the problems that you're going through. Then we're going to see how those problems that we're going through right now are linked to the past experiences that we have, or the blocks that exist right now in a mindset, or the experiences or through certain traumas that happened growing up. Through omission means we didn't receive the love that we had to receive or the care that had to be there, or through commission, which is basically certain forms of abuse, physical abuse, bullying, shaming, those kind of things. So once we create an entire game plan out there, a personalized assessment for you, and we get you aware and thinking about the certain patterns that exist in life, which we're going to be doing continuously over the course of the period as well. Of course, combining with a lot of exercises, filling up worksheets, a lot of meditations are going to be there. The daily practices of meditation, accountability is going to be there with the team. Community factor is going to be there. A lot of things are going to be there. Once the awareness starts to go and we've got certain habits and processes in place, the next part becomes to connect with the inner part of ourselves. In the connection part, we're going to start to see what is our inner reality right now? What is it that we really feel? Because the experiences that we had growing up was so painful that we've just buried them deep down. And we haven't connected with the innermost parts of ourselves, the vulnerable parts of ourselves, the scared parts of ourselves, the creative parts of ourselves, the loving parts of ourselves. And so many of that stuff we just put down underneath us, and we think that that part does not exist inside us. One of the biggest parts out here that I find with people is not being able to feel their own emotions or feel their own body or be connected to their own body. Like when I'm talking to you right now, I'm very aware of the energy in my fingers or the energy in my feet or the space between my toes. And I can be very aware and connected to my body. Usually because of the difficult experiences that happen, those experiences get stored in the body as well, and we have some physiological responses to that. Because they involve a lot of pain, we cut off from our emotional body, we cut off from our body out here, and we move on into our heads and we start to think more. Some other people could be giving up the thinking part and turn overtly emotional, while the emotional body is overtly active. So once we connect with the innermost parts of ourselves, we start to understand what are the things going on, and we start to connect with ourselves. We build that relationship with us. After that is done, what we do also out here in the connection part is we start to build safety inside. We start to build a safe space inside, because when we do this kind of a work, one of the most important things is to make us feel safe in our body. Because those difficult experiences that we've had, there's a reason why we don't want to feel them. We don't want to feel them because they're too painful. And when we bring them up, it brings a lot of pain. So a certain sense of safety needs to be there, which is why working with someone like me in the program is immensely helpful. Having people around the community, which we have in the High Cycle program, is immensely helpful. Doing regular check-ins when you know that people are there for you is immensely helpful. And once we create safety, it also helps us get started with the real work. So till now, we've just been focusing on the part of awareness and connection and just being deeply connected with ourselves. Now, once everything is in place, then we can really move on to the other parts, which is our part 3, the third phase of the program, which is going to be the releasing part. So here is where we take out all of the unwanted stuff from inside, all of the stuff which has accumulated, which we've kept, we don't need at all. We bring it up to the surface, we just let it go, and we just clear it up. Imagine it like this, all right? Like, there's an operation going on, and inside there's a tumor. We've got to remove the tumor from inside. Firstly, we did the preparation. Now we've opened up, and we're going to remove anything that is not required from there, anything that's eroding us from inside, that is spoiling our experience. So all the releases are going to be there. Here, we're going to be working on difficult emotions like anger, pain, grief. Forgiveness is going to be here. A lot of stuck emotions that have been stuck with us. A lot of the memories that have been stuck with us. A lot of the things that we're not even aware of are going to be coming up out here. At the same time, this is going to be exactly the point in time where, if we were to talk about the modules are going to be divided into different phases as well. And this is the part where we're going to be working on the social charisma, the confidence part of you, the things that don't make you feel charismatic, the things that are stopping you from being your natural, charismatic, happy self that comes out when you're chilling with your friends or that one person that you're extremely comfortable with. So here is where we address all of that. Here's also where we address bullying, shaming, anything that happened in the school time, anything that happened in the home, any form of physical abuse, any form of neglect that would have gone through, any form of sexual abuse even, we're going to get to that. Then another thing that we cover out here is we talk about the main relationships and high worth. So with self-worth, we help you realize high worth, we help you build high worth, and just remove all of the things that make you feel not good enough. And that has to do with all the conditioning and everything that we're talking about. And this creates a sort of a web together. Like everything is so linked with each other, and when we start to do this work one after the other, it just has a cascading effect and we can move ahead with it, and it's just becomes very beautiful by the end of it, because all of our blocks are just releasing one after the other. Then we work on certain sexual deconditioning as well. The sexual blocks that we have, the sexual mindsets that stop us from being sexual or be overtly obsessed with sex. So we work on that as well. And then finally, the relationship patterns that we have out here of being a love addict, a love avoidant, having intimacy issues, having commitment issues, not being able to form deeper relationships with your friends, your partner, or your family, not being able to connect with people, being overtly in your mind, your thinking mind being overtly active. At the same time, any of the behavior patterns that you must be going through right now of procrastination, of addictions, of compulsive behaviors that you might be having, of shame that you might be going through, a lot of those things is what is going to be covered in the major portion of the releasing part. This is the major chunk of it, and the processes out here are going to be intense. So the processes are going to be proper guided meditations, releases, and then psychosomatic processes as well, which help you get connected to your body and release all of the stuff that has been stored there. A lot of emotions come up during this time. A lot of intense experiences happen, which are extremely important for us to do this kind of a work. Once we've gone through all of the process out here, everything is fine, it's done, and we can move ahead with life, which is where our fourth phase is going to be coming, which is going to be about reprogramming ourselves. So in the reprogramming phase, what's going to happen is when we go ahead in life, we're going to find ourselves fall into the same patterns again repeatedly. So here we're going to teach you how to not fall into the same patterns again. Also, be aware of the new patterns that come up. Be aware of the other things that might be bothering you and understand how to let go of them and how to move on from them by yourself. At the same time, we're going to be doing a lot of boundary work where other people cannot enter your space, where you are not betraying yourself and being a people pleaser to help other people, or at the same time committing to things that you don't want to commit to, and where you are taking your time for your self-care and your self-love and you're taking care of yourself. Because if we just go through the program, we just do the releases, the worksheets, we just attend the sessions and everything, when we go ahead with life, we don't have awareness with what's going on inside us. We might find ourselves fall into those patterns back again. So the systems need to be there, some effort needs to be there, some work needs to be done into taking this into our lives and making it much more permanent. So this is what we're going to be doing out here, not falling back into the old patterns, coming up with new stuff, letting go of new things out here, having keeping boundaries, keeping your safe space, taking our time for self-care and self-love, and managing life going ahead from here. This 4-step framework is the best out there, whatever I have found out, whatever I have experienced ever with all of the stuff I've done in the past 5 years. This is a complete step-by-step system where we literally handhold you from the first step and then slow and steady get you to a transformation that by the end of it, you are going to be feeling amazing. And if right now you ask yourself, what is my level of happiness right now? A default level of happiness that I feel on a day-to-day basis. Usually it's going to be from, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, because this is the experience that we've had with people, it's usually from a 3 to a 6. If it's a 9 right now, that's perfectly amazing. I don't think this video is for you. But at the same time, the people that I work with is usually from a 3 to a 6, or maybe even less than a 3. And by the time the program ends, it goes up at least 4 notches. So if someone comes in at a 3, is at least at a 6 or a 7 by the end of the program, or if someone's at a 6 is by the time a 9 or a 10 by the end of the program. And the feedback that we received from the 40 plus clients that we've had in the past 2 years working with us with High Worth Cycle right now has been that this is literally the best program that is out there, and this was the best thing that they did for themselves in their entire life, and it just changed the trajectory from them. There are a number of testimonial videos, you can check that out, and that's going to be much more better for you. I'm just going to mention one quote that I heard from one of the clients who said that bro, there's so much personal development out here. He was over 30 by this time, and he was saying that I've gone through so many programs, I've read so many books, and when I came in Harvard Cycle, I didn't want to just continuously be doing something without feeling like there's something changing inside. It just changes in the surface level. And when I got done with Harvard Cycle, it's like all of the personal development that I've done till this day is on this side, and Harvard Cycle is on this side. And this portion of Harvard Cycle just overshadows everything that I've done in the past, and this has been the best program that I've done ever. So if this seems promising to you, if you want to take your transformation to the next level, and if you want to work with me in person and get you life-changing, permanent transformation and permanent results, all you've got to do is just schedule a free call with us. We're going to get on a call, understand the problem you're going through right now, the goals that you have, the situation that you're in, and then see if the program is even a good fit for you. You might be feeling that all of this is very promising, but you might still not be sure about it. So just schedule a call with us. The link is going to be in the description box below. It's harvardcycle.com/breakthrough. Choose your slot, fill up the form, get in a call, and then if it makes sense, we can make a decision to go ahead with the program or not, and you can get off the call completely guilt-free. All right? This is Kshitij. I hope you guys like the video, and I look forward to getting you the same results that I have been getting the other people out here. I look forward to getting on a call with you guys and talking to you about your problems and getting you the results. For that, till the time, this is Kshitij signing off, and I'll see you on the call. Peace out, boys.